Hey guys, welcome to this month's wrap up. It has been quite a month. I know every single month I say that work has been really busy, but this month has been absolutely insane, and I'm really happy to say that things should be getting back to normal now. After about 15 months of absolute insanity, things should be getting better. So this is my monthly roundup. I try not to call it favorites because these products have made a really big impression, but I feel like calling it favorites is a little bit deceiving because all of the things I've talked about before and all of the favorites that I have are still favorites, but these are the products that really impressed me, made a mark, whatever you want to say. So even though things were really crazy, I have to say I'm really proud of myself that I managed to get some videos still up. Content on the blog is a little quiet, but I will catch up now that I've got a bit of a break. I'm also looking forward to not so much like the content, which is, yeah, I am looking forward to that, but I'm also just looking forward to being able to spend time trying a whole bunch of new stuff. On the daily, my makeup is very quick, let's get out of the house. And because I've been so busy during the weekends, I've just needed to catch up on stuff. And I just haven't had time to just sit and play and have, you know, good time with stuff. So I'm looking forward to that as well. So without further ado, let's talk about what happened this month. I managed to fit in a few events. The big one that I was really excited about was an Urban Decay one, and nothing was really launching. Steve from Urban Decay was out here to help launch the cherry palette, which I'll talk about in a second, but that wasn't launched on the day. We were just looking at I guess application. We were looking at hero products, which at this point I have to mention something. I did a review of this maybe a year or more ago, and I didn't like it, and I was given this on that day as well, and I've tried it out. And I think a lot of the reason why I didn't like it before, and I'll link that video down below, but I think what I didn't like was that it just looked quite dry on my skin. And I feel like since then, my skin has improved. It's a lot more hydrated, and my skin prep has gotten so much better. I feel like over the last year, my technique, my preparation, and I've really honed in a lot on the products that I really love, and I feel like that's made a massive difference. So I'm not saying that this is, well, you know what, I'm going to include this. This wasn't on my list, but I'm going to include this now as something that I've been really impressed with. I found that using this with the primer oil, this primer oil from Smashbox, it just looks lovely. I'm wearing it today. It doesn't look too matte. It doesn't look like it's sitting on the skin. Just looking at myself in the mirror, it just looks really pretty on the skin. So I've only just, I've got all my products here. I always make a list and think about what I'm going to include, and this is what I'm just going to include on the fly. So this is the Urban Decay All Nighter. I'm using the shade 3.25. Be aware that it does oxidize. When I first put it on, I look like a ghost face, and then within a few minutes it warms up, and it does, I think it matches me okay. It's probably, keep in mind, this is the first time I've worn anything without sleeves because spring has sprung. So yeah, let's include that. But yeah, it was a really nice event. It was great to meet Steve from Urban Decay. We got some tips on social media stuff, on some how to take photographs. But yeah, it was really good to meet a whole bunch of new people as well, so that was fun. So moving on to the first product I actually had intended to talk about, which is from the same brand, is this. This is the Urban Decay Naked Cherry Palette. Now, I feel bad including this because I really have only been using it for a week, but I've worn it basically every day for this week, and I've been able to come up with a whole bunch of different looks. Today I only used two shades. I used Feels and Turn On from this palette, and I used something else which is also my favorites. But yeah, I've been using this almost exclusively all week, and I've been impressed that I've been able to get different looks. If you're interested in seeing my first impression / demo and a whole bunch of information, swatches and stuff of this palette, then I'll leave that link down below as well. It's actually done really well. So there's quite a few new people here, so welcome to you. But I would highly recommend this palette. And so just to be clear, I was gifted this, but I purchased that. And I'll do my best to remember to say that along the way, what was gifted to me and what wasn't. But if I do forget, I'll leave some sort of comment here to show you. Moving on to skincare, this was gifted, and this is just the Ultra Facial Cream from Kiehl's. In a world of mega promises from skincare, this is just a really great basic moisturizer that hydrates and keeps my skin feeling really soft and silky all day. This one is in the special edition, limited edition packaging because it's affiliated with a charity. It's quite good value for money. It's a big tub. I've been using it for a couple of months, and you can see I've made quite a dent, but still there's so much in there. Another item that was sent to me some time ago, I only just got around to starting to use it. This month I've been using the Arbonne RE9 Advanced Prep Work Gel Eye Masks. I've used these about 5 times and there's still quite a few in there. I'm not exactly sure how many are actually in there, but they're these jelly-like patches and they're gold. I can't really show you much more because it will tip out. They feel kind of gross when you first put them on, but your under eyes are so hydrated afterwards. And I've been using these, like I'll stick them on and I'll go ahead and like just watch a movie or something like that and let them soak. And when you take them off in the morning, my skin under my eyes is a lot plumper. And I mean, things like concealer and powder don't cake up as much and don't really go as much into those fine lines because I'm a lot plumper there. But as I said, these were gifted. So the next item is an oldie but a goodie. It is, you're not even gonna leave this, it's Luminoso from Milani. I've just rediscovered this. As the weather's warmed up a little bit, I've been turning to kind of more glowy kind of blushes. And this one here is just an OG favorite. Basically everyone in the beauty community from a few years ago would own this. It's so old and it's probably way past its use by date. There's no label on it anymore. It's all scuffed up. Who knows where the brush that came with it is. I've never used it. But it's just this really beautiful glowy blush. If you have a darker skin tone, it might actually show up a little bit ashy, but for those of us with light to medium skin tones, it's a cult classic for a great reason. And this one I purchased years ago. I want to say 4 years ago. An item that was sent to me as well, and you'll see a review of these upcoming soon. This is one of the videos I just haven't had time to edit. This is from Makeup Max. It's one of the glow powders. This one's called Bronze Heat. I'm talking about this shade in particular. I'm wearing it today and it's just the most beautiful glowy highlighter. These highlighters really come into their own once you set your face, and there's 3 different shades, but this one in particular, I've just been loving that shade. Like I said, keep an eye out, there'll be a video up about these shortly, but these are really great quality for the price, and there's a whole bunch of brand new glowy products to Makeup Max for now. I'm going to mention this again this month because last month I purchased it. This wasn't sent to me, I purchased it, and it actually broke. After about 3 days of using it, the stopper actually came out, and I wasn't able to use it because my brush would be absolutely flooded. So I did contact Mecca and I had to return that one, and I got sent a brand new one, and I've just been loving it. Nothing else. I think this is going to be in my yearly favorites because this mascara is just so good at giving me lashes where I don't have them, and also really building up the lashes that I do have and making them look a lot bolder. Marc Jacobs have released a whole bunch of eyeshadows, and I was sent a few colors, and this one here I've been using almost every single day. The texture on these is so incredible. They're called the gel something or other, whatever, the gel powder, and it's because they're so smooth. That swatch there, it's a very light colour, but that swatch there, you can see how much pigment and power is in these. So they're called the Omega Shadows Gel Powder, and this formula is just incredible. This shade here is called the Big O, and I've used this in the transition today. And before I became obsessed with this, I was using this every single day in the as a transition, or even all over the lid, just for a really nice, simple, warm eyeshadow look. So these are fabulous. I've never actually tried Marc Jacobs shadows before, so I don't know if they're all this formula. If so, I think I'm going to pick up one of those beautiful palettes. Sticking with eyes, something I've been absolutely loving, and I'm so tempted to buy more of them, even though they are so pricey, is this, and this is from Hourglass. This is one of their scattered light foil glitter eyeshadows, and this is in the shade Foil, and it's just stunning. I haven't used this wet before. I've only used it dry, but just looking at that, that's just like sticking my finger in the pot. It's just so beautiful. All right, we have 3 more products, and the next 2, it's kind of a coincidence that these are both here. So I did go to a Real Techniques event, and again, it wasn't about new products as much as it was just a masterclass of how to use their brushes effectively, and I was gifted a couple of packs of them, and this is in one of the packs. This is the setting brush, but I have been loving this for applying highlighter. It's just small enough so that you can really pinpoint where you want to put it, but then you can also just fluff it out with that brush. So this is one that was gifted to me, and I've been using it again almost every single day since receiving it because it's the perfect shape, it's the perfect size, and I feel like I want to pick up some more of these. This brush, however, I've had in my collection. I purchased this years ago. I can't even tell you when I purchased this. The reason why I become obsessed with this is because I picked up some samples of the Hourglass foundation, and I ended up buying it because I liked it so much. And this is how I've been applying it. So I will just grab this. I actually don't like paint it all over my face like you see a lot of YouTubers do. I actually just grab my brush and stipple it on the product and then buff it in all over my face. And this has been so quick and easy, and it gives you coverage with just the tiniest amount of product. So this one is just a coincidence. Like I said, I've had this one, I can't even remember when I bought this. It would have been years ago, but both of those have really impressed me this month. And lucky last is this product. This is from Morphe. It's a continuous setting spray, and this has just sort of changed the game. So the formula of this is quite nice. It does actually make your skin look very, very fresh and glowy, but the point of difference of this is the delivery. It is a continuous spray, so there's none of that pumping, which sometimes can result in like dots on your face. So even the best setting sprays that I have, sometimes you might not pump all the way down, so you get like it's spitting on your face and stuff. This one is beautiful. The only downfall of this is that I don't know how much is left. You can't really feel. And the other thing is that I tend to overuse it because it just feels so nice, and then I look at myself in the mirror and I'm like, oh my gosh, I've used so much, I'm drenched. But that is it. They are the products I've been loving. If you want to know what's on my face right now, I am wearing this, I am wearing this, I am wearing this, I am wearing this, and as well as this, and also this. I think the only item I am not using from all of my favorites today is the Luminoso, because I had another blush. They're the products that have really made a mark on me this month. Like I said, welcome to all those new subscribers. I'll leave links down below to all of the videos that I did mention. But yeah, let's wrap this up. Thanks for watching, and as usual, thank you so much for coming and spending a little bit of time with me in my little corner of the internet. I'll catch you next time. Bye.